Hi guys, I hope you are doing fine. And in this video, I'm going to show you the solution to the assignment 3, which was based on loops and number systems. So previously I have shown you how to find out if a number is a palindrome number, an Armstrong number, or a perfect number. If you do not have watched the video, please go watch it. Okay. And I hope many of you guys actually tried to solve it, and some of you actually did solve it. But for those who couldn't, or even for those who did, please watch this video because I have used few of the tricks which you guys may not know. Okay, so let's get started. And first of all, let's run the program. Let's run by our original program. Okay, this is the path to the program. Sorry. And finally we say Py-Volution and we run it. So the program starts with know your number, and it then asks the user to enter the number. So let's enter 6. We get this. We first get 5 info found for the number 6, right? Then there is a list printed out. It is a 1-digit number, it is an even number, it is a palindrome number, it is a perfect number, and finally it's an Armstrong number, right? So it checks for all of these. It first checks the number of digits in the number, then if it is an even number, then it is a palindrome number, then perfect number, and finally it is an Armstrong number or not. And then it asks, do you want to continue? If I say yes, or just yes, it again starts from the very beginning, and we can simply control C. Okay, just remove it. Now we have to check the number of digits in the number, right? So what was the mathematical approach of it? What is the mathematical approach of calculating the number of digits in a number? Last time I had shown you while showing Armstrong numbers that we had to take 3 copies of the number, and then we have to go the traditional way of counting numbers. Like we have to do number modulus 10. We get the last digit, we increase the counter by 1. Then we divide the number by 10. So that means the last digit is removed. Now the total number of digits is 1 less than the original. Now we again do modulus 10, we get the last digit. Now we again do and we increase the counter, and we then again divide it by 10, and another digit gets removed. We do this, we keep on doing this, and we keep on increasing the counter, and finally when the number is divided by 10 and it becomes 0, that's it, we do not go further. And the total number of I mean the total value of counter variable is equal to the number of digits in the number, right? So that was a mathematical approach, right? I hope you guys remember. If you do not, please go and check the video. I have already shown you in the video, in the Armstrong part, last section of the video, right? So now it's a mathematical approach, but we in Python we have different ways of doing the same thing, and that's the beauty of Python, right? So let's see the mathematical approach once again. If you guys do not know, I hope this time you will notice it. So let's say we have a number, right? We have number 1 2 3 4 5, and what we do is while number, okay, before that just do a count variable. Count equals 0 because you have to initialize, because you need something where you have to add things, right? Last time Dorley asked it and I had answered it. While number, sorry, not equals 0, all you have to do is, let's go here. Yeah, so now all you have to do is write temp, or let's say last digit equals number, mod 10, right? And then you will do count plus equals to 1. That means for every digit you will increase the count by 1. And finally what you will do is number float divide 10. That means you will remove the last digit, right? Now what is the value of count? So as you can see, the value of count is 5, right? This is a 5-digit number. The value of count is 5. So what you are doing is, for this is the whole number, and the condition is number not equal to 0. So this time the number is not equal to 0. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the last digit you are storing the last number mod 10. You are taking this and putting it into here. Then you are increasing count by 1. That means it has one digit. You understood? Now you are dividing this number by 10 and getting the integer part, right? So that means you are removing this portion. You have only this number right now, but it is still not 0. That means this will continue. Last digit, you put this number here, you increase the count by 1 and you divide the number by 10. That means you remove these numbers. So that just like that you will continue till the number becomes 0, right? And then you will stop, and then finally you will print the value of count, which is 5. So this is the mathematical approach of getting the count, getting the count of total number of digits present in the number, right? But there is one another good way which I preferably use, which is, let's say you have a okay, so my girlfriend's name is Swarnali. If I say GF name, okay, just GF, okay. So my GF's name is Swarnali, and I check the length. That means how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So if I want to check the length of the string or the word, what I will do is len gf. See, it gives me 8. But this happens because this is string, right? Let's say type gf. As you can see, this is a string, and if you do the same thing here, you can only use this length function or len function on string data types, not on integer, not on float, only on string, right? Only on alphabets. So if I simply say number equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I say len and I say number, it gives me error. As you can see, type error. Object of type int has no length function. So integer type data type has no length function, right? So what we have to do is to convert the number into a string, right? And the way we do is str, we call the string function and we put the number variable into this, right? Now this is a string, right? Because it is enclosed between these two quotes, and that means this is not a number right now. So to verify that, if I just say plus 5, 14, it will give me error, because type error can only concatenate string, not integer to string, right? Because this is string, sorry, this is integer, but this thing here is a string right now, so we cannot do that, right? But now if I simply do this len, we cannot directly use this, but what we can do, use the okay, so we cannot do directly like this. So what we do instead is convert this into string. As you can see, it gives us 5. So the first step is to convert the number into string and then use the len function on it. So let's try this method once again. Okay, let's say this time the number is I don't know the digit, okay, and now I say len, but len works on strings only, not on number. So if I do number, it will give me an error. But if I convert number into a string and then use len function, it won't give me an error. So what we can do is, we are just converting the number into string. This string method, the string function will convert number into a string. This is an integer. We are converting this into a string so that we can do this, right? We get 16. So this is a 16 digit number, right? This is a 16 digit number. And we don't have to use any logic. Last time I had shown you logic because I wanted you guys to understand the mathematics behind it, right? Otherwise you couldn't have done Armstrong number, or let's say perfect numbers, because all of them are the perfect example is palindrome numbers. So now another thing that I have to use is, let's suppose this is a string. This is a demo string, right? String, right? This is a demo string, and okay, demo strings are boring. So let's say love. The name of the string is love. Nice. And it's an empty string. Two quotes without anything means an empty string, right? So if I say len love, it gives me 0 because it is empty, but it is still a string. It is still a string. We can verify it like this. Love, it is a string because love equals two quotes. That means it is a string. So if I say love equals to love plus Subhodeep, that's my name. So what's the current value of love? So the current value is Subhodeep. And why does it happen? Why does it happen? Because love equals love plus Subhodeep means concatenate Subhodeep with the previous value of love. And this is the same as ABC plus DEF. It gives us ABCDEF. It just it just concatenates ABC plus DEF equals to ABCDEF. So if in this case all I did was empty string plus Subhodeep, it gives me Subhodeep, right? So now again, love equals love plus Python. Okay, not Python. Love plus love. Remember, this is a string because there are quotes, right? This quote and this quote. This means this is a string and this is a variable because it has no quotes. So instead writing like this, we can just do love plus equals to love, right? What's the current value of love? It's okay. Remove this love. Show me love. Okay. Now if I do this, love plus equals to Python. What is the current value of love? Show the love Python. But did you notice it does not leave any space? It just adds them as it is, right? It just adds them as it is. So if I do the same thing again, let's say this is another string equals demo. Oh, sorry, empty string. And now I do string plus equals to Subhodeep space. Okay, no space. Okay, leave it like that. Space loves space Python. So why are we leaving a space right here? Why? Because it won't add space by itself. You have to provide the space right here. Now if I print string Subhodeep loves Python, so this space is actually this space, and this space is actually this space, but here there is no space, right? So it basically adds it. I mean, it concatenates. This thing is called concatenation, or in short, concat, right? So this is how I print the whole thing at the end. I just keep on adding things. It is a palindrome number, it is an Armstrong number, it is a this, that, blah, blah, blah. And finally, I print that string. That's how I do it. Now, time to write the script. Okay, let's show my pretty face once again. Am I visible? No, but I'm not. Hi. Okay, hi. Yeah, finally visible. Yeah, so I hope you guys understood what were the tricks. So the first trick was to calculate the number of digits in a number without actually using mathematics, because mathematics is good for your mind, but in programs using a lot of mathematics will actually complicate things around. So what you have to do, you have to look around for tricks. There are very small tricks like that all around in Python. You have to use your brain, you have to use your mind to actually utilize the things, uh, not the way they work, but the way you want them to work. Just like this length function. Length function was meant for strings only. So I just hacked it. Yes, you are a hacker. You hacked it. How did you hack it? You converted a number into a string and then use the len function on that string, because the len can work on strings and it gave you the number of digits, right? Because it's because that number is now a string. So you actually hacked it. You did something which was not meant for len, right? So that's how you tweak with things around. You check them out, you experiment, and these things won't come like these things are not written anywhere. You have to think on its own, you have to experiment on your own, and then only you can gain these experiences. These are very, very little things that no books can explain to you. Okay? You have to experiment. You have to go out and open the Python interpreter and put whatever your mind has to do. Just do it. Just do it. And you will understand how to work with things in around Python. How to make things work like you want. Not the way Python interpreter wants, right? Because remember, this computer is a slave. That's it. You are the master. You are the master of the computer, and you are gonna guide the computer how to work, right? The computer won't guide you. Computer will just give, I can do this, I can do that. Now you just take that and change it the way you want. Now that's how you become a good programmer. Because you can solve problems. Great, I'm a great programmer. No, you're not. Unless and until you can manipulate things, you have to manipulate things into the way you want. You are not a programmer. You can just you can just write application and think I'm a programmer, but you are not. You have to write clean code, you have to write human readable code, as well as you have to write tricky as well as smarter code. That's how you write, or that's how you write clean code, or that's how you become a good programmer as a whole. So now let's write the script. Let's start to build the script. So I have my Sublime text open. Now I will go step by step. Okay. Few Windows hangs a lot. So the program starts with a print statement. Come on, man. Is this again hanging? Okay. Yeah. So the program starts with a print statement saying, know your number. Right. Then it asks for input. So I'll store this in number. Input. Enter your number. Or enter the number, whatever you like. Now this will be a string, so you have to convert this into an integer, because anything the user inputs is a string. You have to explicitly convert, or in other words, you have to yourself convert it into a integer. Now, before going ahead, remember, do not modify the original user data. This is the original data. Okay? this number that the user has entered is the original data. Do not modify this. So if you do not modify this, how can you work with this number? Guess what? You will just make a copy. Number copy equal to number. So you just put the original data into a copy variable, number copy. Now, this section is the variables initialization section. Variable initialization. Okay. Here are the variables that you will require. So what are the other variables that you need? So you need an info count, because let me run this again. Let's run the program. Let's run the original program once again. Okay, so the number is 6. So as you can see, 5 info found. So that means it is counting these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it is counting it, and it is putting, or you can say increasing the counter variable. So there is a counter variable, right? So in count equals 0. Why 0? We will put it up later on. It is, just initializing things. We need it, we initialize it. That's it. Or you can simply do, okay, just keep it simple. I'll show you later on. Info count. Then what you do is, there is a temp variable where you will do all the other things, right? And then you start doing things. Digit count equals to len string number. And remember, we are not modifying this because we are assigning this, the length of the number, into another variable. So we are not modifying the number variable, right? We are not modifying the number variable. So now if we go again, so this is the info, right? Okay, we need another variable. For that we need output variable, or you can simply say str, but I prefer this one. You can do whatever you like. Okay, now what you have to do, after digit count, you have got already one info, right? Because as you can see, 5 info found for the number 6, and the first info is, it is a 1 digit number. That means you are counting the digit, and this is the first info. So you have got the first info. So what you will do is, you will first add to output. So output plus equals to, or you can say output equals to output plus, but I prefer this thing. Output plus equals to, this is a format string. I hope you guys know how to use format string. You put a space, you give this, and you say, okay, let me just see this. It is okay. It is a digit count number. Okay, it is a digit count number. Perfect. So if it is a 5-digit number, 5 will come here. It is a, if it is a if it is a 2-digit number, this will come here. If it is a 1-digit number, this will come here, like that. So basically this is a variable, right? That's why you are enclosing this between these curly braces or curly brackets, you can say. Next, increase the info count, because this is your first info row, right? Plus equals to 1. We're increasing the info count by 1. So this section is digit count. This section is digit count, right? Because first you are counting the digit by doing this little trick, and then you are putting this thing into the output. So you are adding this thing to the previous value of output. And what was the previous value of output? it was empty string. So empty string plus this one plus this thing will give you this thing only, nothing else. Now info count plus equals to 1 because the first info is the number of digit inside the number. As you can see, it is a 1-digit number. So this is the info, right? Because this is also an info 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these all adds up to 5. So this is the first info, and I add 1 to info count. What's the next thing we do? Let's check it out. The next thing is to check if it is an even number or odd number, right? So this is another info. Check even odd. Always write comments. Remember this thing, always write comments. Not writing comments will make you a dirty programmer. So now, if, just do this, if number mod 10, sorry, mod 2 equal 0, I hope you guys know it, but I'll still explain it, just to hold on. Output plus equals to f string, it is a, okay, just remove this, even number else, okay, there is an indentation I guess, okay, else output plus equals to f, it is a odd number, and pardon my mistakes, an even number, okay. And finally just skip out of this thing and add info count plus equals to 1, right? Now what I did, I hope you guys know, but still I'm explaining this because I'm going to make this clear. If number modulus 2 equal 0, that means if you are dividing an even number by 2 and the remainder is 0, that means it is an even number, right? So let's check it out. Well, let's open another command line so that you can understand what I'm doing. I know these stuffs are basics, but there are people out there who do not know this yet. So if I do 10 modulus 2, so 10 is an even number, right? This will give me 0, that means 10 is an even number. But if I do 11 modulus 2, this is an odd number, so it gives me 1. So anything other than 0 after dividing the number by 2 as a remainder is an odd number. So anything other than 0 in the remainder after dividing the given number by 2 is an odd number. Okay, as simple as that. So now what we do is info count 1, right? And we do this outside of the if block. This is the if else block, and we do info count outside of this block, because regardless of regardless of this number be even or odd, you have to add 1 to info count, because let me show you again. Yeah, it is an even number, so this is another info, right? So you add 1 to info, open it, and then what is the next thing you do? The next thing is, it is a palindrome number, so that means you are checking if it is a palindrome number or not. So now you do some serious stuff. I hope you guys understand what I'm writing, because I have already shown you how to work with palindrome numbers. Do not modify the real number, okay? The original user data. Always modify the copy of the data. Again, it hanged. Come on, man. Yeah. While number copy not equals to 0. So whatever you are doing inside number copy, right? Last digit, because you will need it here. Okay, not last digit, actually you need temp. Do not add any more variables. Okay. So what you will do is temp equals to number copy modulus 10 and then to 0. Finally all you will do is okay, there was okay, yeah, you need another. Okay, just hold on. Okay, so you need another digit here, last digit right here, and you just do last digit equals to 0. You need this for this purpose only. Now you can use the temp variable. Temp plus equals to is temp equals to, okay, just remove this. Temp equals to temp temp star 10, that means 10 temp multiplied by 10, that means the previous value of temp multiplied by 10 plus last digit. Finally you do number copy float divide 10. Perfect. That's all you will have to do, I guess. Now what you will check is if temp equal number, temp equal to number, then you will do output plus equals to f string. It is a palindrome number. Okay, done. And after this, just change these number copy and temp to the initial value, right? So number copy was number and temp was 0. And why I did this? Why did I do this? Because I need this again, right? I need this again for there are perfect number and there is again Armstrong number. So I need these again. So I do the same thing I did before. Number copy equals to number. That means I again copy the original number into the number copy variable, and temp equals to 0. So I did the same thing because I will need it again. That's why I have to reset this. This is just a reset. Or I can just add a comment if you want. Reset variable. Reset variables. Okay, that's it. Now what you will check is perfect number. So how can you check perfect number? All you have to do is, okay, remember what perfect numbers are? The given numbers factors, if the sum of the given numbers factors, all of the factors, is equal to the number itself, then it is a perfect number. So for x in range, you have to go to the half of the number range and start from 1 and go to integer. You have to do this because else you will get error. So int number copy just divided by 2 and just add 1 because every loop will execute 1 less than the given number of times. So for x in range 1, it starts from 1 and then goes up to the half of the given number plus 1. And now what we will do is temp plus equals to, okay, just before that, if, just add a condition before it. If number copy mod 2, sorry, mod x gives you 0, that means this is a factor. What you will do is temp plus equals to temp plus equals to x. So you will keep on adding the factors right here. Okay. Now just exit from the loop. If temp equals number, just add to output plus equals to f string. It is a perfect number. Perfect. Again, reset it. Reset variables. Temp equals 0. And because you haven't changed this number copy right here, so you do not need to reset this because it is already the same as the number, right? And finally, what you will do, what's the next thing you will do? So perfect number is done, and now it's Armstrong number. So for Armstrong number, you must have the count of the number of digits in the number, which you already have from the digit count variable right here. So you already have the number of digits in the number. So you do not need to do that mathematical stuff again. What you will need to do is just write Armstrong number while number not equals 0. Sorry, number copy. Remember this thing, never modify the original data. Number copy not 0, not equal to 0. You will take the last digit. You will take the last digit and you will set it to and before that you will also have to where was the last digit? Yeah, in the reset variables also do this thing, last digit equals 0, just reset it. Okay, plus equals to last digit equals to and we divide it like this, number copy, so divide 10, that will divide it until it becomes 0, then it won't. Finally, if temp equals number, if temp is equal to number, output plus equals to f string, it is an Armstrong number. That's it. Okay. So now there is one thing missing. I want you guys to guess it. You know what's it? It's the info count. It's the info count. We have to increase the info every time something happens. So if it is a palindrome number, because if temp equals number, if it is a palindrome number, info count plus equals to 1. Just copy this and we'll paste this. Okay. If it is a perfect number, just add to the output and then increase the info count by 1. And same goes for Armstrong number. If it is Armstrong number, increase the info count variable by 1. That's it. That's it. Now there's another bug, and that is you have to add a new line every single time you add something to the output. That's all you have to do. So let's just quickly do that. and okay, yeah, last one. Okay, we are done. That's it. Now we are going to use print it, to the screen. A string info count info found for the number. So if there is a 5 info, that means 5 info found for the number and the number that the user has provided us. And finally, just the output. That's it. And we are done. And I guess this should run pretty well. Let's run it. Okay, let's open a new window. Okay, let's open CMD and let's say x sorry x Python example.py. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. If there's a bug, we'll fix it together. So let's enter 6. So as you can see, it works the same way. 5 info found for the number 6. It is a 1. Oops. Okay, I have to add a digit here. Okay, I'm just adding. Just hold on. It is an even number. It is a palindrome number. It is a perfect number, and it is an Armstrong number. So it's working perfectly fine. I'll just add a digit after this. Okay, it is a digit count number. So we just add a digit. Perfect. Yeah. Now it's good to go. Save it and run it again. Let's say this time 28. 3 info found for the number 28. It is a 2-digit number, it is an even number, it is a perfect number. Fine. Again we have to run it. 153. Enter. 3 info found for the number 153. It is a 3-digit number, it is an odd number, and it is an Armstrong number. So it's working pretty well. But there's one missing part, one part that we haven't covered, and that is this part. Just let me show you this thing. This part. Do you want to continue? Sorry. Do you want to continue? Yes or no? This part is remaining. So we will now do that, right? So what's happening is, if finally it asks input, okay, just choice is a variable. Choice equals to input. Do you want to continue? Yes or no? And if the user says yes, the same program starts again. So it is a loop, right? It happens again and again and again based on a condition. So which loop do you think we will use? We are going to use while loop. Why while loop? Because there's a condition. So just Control A and tab, because we will use while loop here. While choice equal yes. Y. While choice equal y, do this again. Okay, but there's a problem. Did you notice that choice is at the end of the program? So it means if you start the program like this, nothing would happen. Just CLS. See, you get an error. Why do you get an error? Name error. Name choice is not defined. Why is it not defined? Because in the first line you say while choice equal one y, but there is no variable like choice. At least there is no variable choice before this line, so it cannot understand where you are actually pointing to. And that's why we have to initialize choice with a y. That's it. And now you are good to go. Let's run the program again. See, it runs. Enter your number 6. 5 info found for the number 6. It is a one digit number, it is an even number, palindrome number, perfect number, Armstrong number. Do you want to continue? Yes. It starts again, let's say 153. Screen found for the 153 number. Do you want to continue? Yes. It runs again. And let's say we enter 10. Oh, oops, sorry. Let's enter 10. Yeah. Do you want to continue? No. Even if you enter nothing, anything without y will actually cause the program to close. So let's say I enter 567, whatever. Two info found for the number 5647. It is a four-digit number. It is an odd number. Do you want to continue? Let's say I do not enter anything. I just press enter. The program will close. So that was it, guys. And okay, so this is your total script. I hope you guys understood. And if there is any kind of confusion, please do not hesitate to ask me. Okay, I'll be there. So that's how you manipulate these little piece of things in Python according to your way to do lots of amazing thing which otherwise you would have taken a lot of time. As you can see, I counted the number of digits in a given number without any mathematics concept, right? I just used inbuilt function in the Python. I just used a built-in function. I didn't have to write any mathematics logic or like that. So that's how you actually implement these petty things, and these won't come into practice if you do not experiment by yourself. So keep experimenting, keep learning, and happy Pythoning. See you in the next video. Next video will be about functions, and within functions I'll show you recursion, loops, if else, and all those things. And it will be a long video, long video, right? Okay, I'm not gonna scare you, but it's the fact, it's going to be a long video. And pause it, play it, take whatever time you need. You do not need to hurry, you do not need to rush, because I'm always there, right? You don't need to worry about that. And all the videos will be saved in the Google Drive, so you can watch them as many times as you want, as whenever you like, whenever you feel like, whenever you're free, you will just watch it. Okay, so there's no need to rush. Learn it in a proper way, because these are the fundamentals. Python, you know this is just the 10% of Python. Okay, this is just the 10%. Python is a vast language, so vast. There are so many elements in Python, so you cannot cover the entire Python. But the basics must be clear, because without the basics you cannot understand the upper level things, and your knowledge will be incomplete. So make sure that these fundamentals are fixed in your mind. Okay, if databases are not, if you forget databases, that's not a big deal, you can do it again. If you forget web scraping, you can again do it. If you forget automation, you can again do it. But those are high level things, those are not the fundamentals of programming. Fundamentals programming are these things: if else, loops, functions, recursion, and all those things, exception handling. These are fundamentals of programming. And those upper level things, automation, machine learning, data science, you can always learn them later. But this is the foundation that your knowledge has to build upon. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to skip ahead if you do not like the video, or it seems boring to you. Okay, but I would still recommend you to watch it once. So see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye, namaste.